Hello, Fearless Communicators. Diane A. Ross here, your Fearless Conversations mentor. And today I wanted to share with you 3 tips to alleviate stress in difficult conversations. Now, just the nature of a difficult conversation or conflict is there's going to be stress, right? Otherwise we wouldn't call them difficult conversations. And no matter how skilled people are at having these conversations, you still find that we get that adrenaline going. Sometimes you get into that fight or flight, you get those sweaty palms, the nervousness, and that's normal, that's okay. And what we want to do is just to keep kind of tapping into some of these strategies that are going to help to kind of bring that down, alleviate that, so we can step in and speak up about things that are important, right? You want to be able to speak up about those things that are important to you, they are important to your leadership. All right, so here's 3 tips, and I remind myself of these regularly. The number 1 tip is to do something to elevate your mood before you even go into the conversation. Okay, because so often what happens is you've been thinking about it and you've been like, am I going to have this conversation? What do I need to say? And you've got your notes out and you're prepared. You've got, you've written out like, this is what I think I need to say, my ABC message, and you're focused. And then you go into the conversation, you're kind of in this headspace of like kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of tense. And so do your preparation, put it aside, and then do something to elevate your mood. Maybe it's just smiling. So you can take a pencil if you're feeling like you can't do it and just, it actually forces you to smile. And there's studies to show that is going to improve your mood. It's gonna change things for you. All right. Number 2, if you like to dance, well, who doesn't like to dance? If nobody's watching, put on some of your favorite music, especially if you have your own office, and dance. Like, just have a little because who doesn't feel good after they dance? Like, I sometimes will do that. If I'm feeling kind of down or worried, again, that's going to elevate your mood. Now, if you think, I don't really have a place I can do that in my office, then maybe you're a cat video type of person. And so put on a funny cat video, right? Just get yourself in that kind of easier, more comfortable state of mind before you go into that conversation. Okay? Do your prep, trust it, and then do that thing something that's going to elevate your mood. All right? All right, the number 2 thing to alleviate stress is, again, this is actually before you go into the conversation, is reconnect with your why. Reconnect with your why. Why are you having this conversation? Sometimes we forget that. We know that when we started preparing, and now we're just about to go have the conversation, and we're more thinking about what could go wrong. The person might be upset. They might think I'm a jerk. They might not like me. They're going to get defensive. Like, we're in that mind frame. And so if it's like, okay, why is it really important for me to have this conversation? Why is this important? What happens if I don't? And when you reconnect with that why, it can really just be, it gives you that focus, right? That focus of keeping that conversation on track, alleviating the stress, going, where I'm bringing up the fact that, one of my team members, in meetings has been interrupting people or talking over, and it's shutting down communication. It's making other people feel uncomfortable. And so this is really important for me to bring it up. And it's really important for me to be really transparent about this, because this could have a long-term impact. It's the same if you're dealing with somebody who's late all the time. Okay, that if you reconnect with that why, if I continue to allow this to go, I'm sending the message this is okay. And is that the message I want to send to everybody on the team? Is that okay? Or it could be, the why could be around setting that boundary, right? If I let this slip, then the person's going to keep pushing. They're going to keep pushing further and further. And I don't want that to happen, right? That's not going to feel good. So when you reconnect with your why, then even if the other person starts to react in the conversation, it doesn't feel the same, doesn't feel like it has the same pull. All right, it doesn't feel like it has the same pull. All right, so the third way to alleviate stress in difficult conversations is to be aware when the other person does respond or react, to think about that knee-jerk response, right? So the knee-jerk response is usually somebody gets defensive, you get defensive back. Somebody gets mad, you get mad back. Somebody pushes, you push back, right? It's that push, push, push. It's matching. And that's our instinct, is to do that. So The third way to alleviate stress is instead of resisting or pushing back when you get that reaction. And so instead of resisting or pushing back, just let go of the resistance. It's almost like just surrender into whatever's going on, right? You've connected with your why. And I don't mean surrender in like back down or be a wimp or, don't stand your ground or any of that. It's more, instead of having to feel like you have to push, it's that letting go. It's surrendering to this person's reaction, which is about them, and just letting it happen. Just letting it happen. And it's sort of like when something not so great happens in your life and you try to resist it and you try to prevent it from, even in your mind, from it being something that's happening or going on because you don't like it, it's uncomfortable. And once you kind of own it, you own that this is the problem I'm facing, this is what I've got going on, it really sucks and it's really uncomfortable and I really don't like it, but it just is, then all of a sudden it kind of takes some of the pressure off. So it's almost like that person's reaction, it just is. It just is. So instead of resisting, just let it be. Let it be, knowing that you're going to get an opportunity to reiterate if you need to reconfirm your message if you need to. All right, so there's your 3 tips to alleviate stress. Number 1, do something to elevate your mood before you go into the conversation. You choose. Might see you guys all dancing out there. That'd be awesome. Number 2 is reconnect with your why for that conversation, why you're stepping up to it, why it's important, because that's going to help you just stay stable and less reactive. And number 3 is when the other person reacts, is instead of resisting, it's like a surrender. Just let it happen. Remind yourself it's not bad or good, it just is, and you're going to be okay. All right, I hope that helps. Until next time, go out there and be fearless.